Hello friends, myself Vikram Korde, Assistant Professor of Agricultural Economics, KKO College of Agricultural, Nasik. In this online learning session, we can see that what do we mean by market forces. So market forces is the forces which affect the process of price determination either directly or indirectly may be termed as a market forces. These forces may be tangible or intangible. Tangible like quantity of arrivals at a particular point of time in the market or heavy rainfall. Or it may be intangible like the announcement of a particular government policy. All these forces affect price determination by affecting either the demand behavior of a buyers or the supply behavior of sellers. Means we can understood that market forces is nothing but demand and supply. So first we can focus on demand. So demand means the quantity of a products or service which the buyers are likely to purchase at different prices in a given market at a given time. It means there are four constituents of a demand, that is willingness, ability to purchase, time and market. So these four major constituents of a demand. So next point is factors affecting demand for farm products. So there are many factors which affect the demand of farm products. The first is size of population. Size of if there is a more of population, there will be more of demand, and on the other side there is a less demand with less of population. Means if the size of the population is more, demand is more, and if the size of population is less, demand is less. Second factor is per capita income. In the developed countries where there is a more per capita income, like America, there is a more demand for nutritional products. So in developed countries as compared to developing countries, per capita income is more. Like America, England, it is a developed country. In this, demand is more for nutritional products. Third one is changes in taste preference and habits. The taste of the people are different in different areas, and that determines the demand of the products. Fourth factor is distribution of income. If there is an equal distribution of income in the country, there would be higher demand for consumption of the agricultural products than in a country having unequal distribution of income. Fifth factor is level of technology available. Inventions and discoveries brings new things in the market with the result that old things are no longer wanted. Sixth factor is available substitutes. If two commodities are supposed to be substitutes such as meat and chicken or tea and coffee, the rise in price of one good results in increase in demand for the other good. Seventh is national income. People are having higher income in a developed economy. They can purchase more nutritional like milk, fruits, eggs, etc. In developing countries, demand is low. Eighth factor is season. Demand of for farm products is also depends on season. For example, demand for egg decreases in summer season and increases in a winter season. Ninth factor is urbanization. The urban population that is having different tastes and their demand is little bit different than the rural population. And tenth factor in region. In high altitude region, demand for white, woolen clothing, meat, etc. will be persistent. So we also know that demand curve is a downward sloping. Then next we focus on supply. The term supply refers to schedule or quantities of a product that will be offered for sale at different prices at a given time and in a given market. So you know the law of supply. Supply is directly proportional to the quantity. Supply is directly proportional to the price. When other factors constant. So first is the factors affecting supply of farm products. So in there first is natural conditions. If rainfall is plentiful, timely and well distributed, there will be bumper crops. On the account floods, droughts or earthquakes and other natural calamities are bound to affect production adversely. This is one set of conditions which brings about a change in the supply. The supply is mainly depends on natural conditions. Second, it's changes in technology. So technological innovations, for example, new varieties of crops and their consequent increased yields per unit area help to increase the supply of the commodity. Means supply is mainly depend on changes in technology. Third is reduction in resource prices. When the prices of input factors become cheaper than before, it encourages producers to use more of them in producing more output. Fourth factor is reduction in the relative prices of other products. A reduction in relative prices of other related products compel the producers to increase the production of that particular commodity whose prices are relatively higher. Fifth is market infrastructure. When market infrastructure is good, the supply is more. When good communication and transport network increase, the supply of commodity also increases. Sixth factor is number of producers. More the number of producers, greater the supply, and vice versa. Seventh is producer expectation of future price. So price expectation influence the sales strategies of the producers positively. Eight is fiscal policy. Fiscal policy of the government also may affect the supply. For instance, a higher import duty will restrict the supply and lower duty will stimulate it. In this way, we can understand that market forces is nothing but demand and supply. So in this lecture we detail see that the what is the factors affecting demand for farm products and what do we mean by supply and which are the factors affecting supply for farm products. So thank you very much.